Good morning, guys. Man, super excited for today. First and foremost, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, guys. So if you're watching this channel, please tell your mother Happy Mother's Day, guys. Definitely give her a gift. Definitely do something for the mother in your life today, guys. So I'm not gonna be before you guys long. I didn't post anything last week, guys. Been kind of down, so wanted to make up for that and do something really short, guys. It was actually something me and my business partners were going over today, or guys, or me and my students were going over this past week, which was falling wedges, guys. So that's going to be our topic of this conversation today. Now, what I'm going to use is I'm going to use cryptocurrency, specifically Bitcoin, as my catalyst because as we know, it does give very good market structure when it comes to these market patterns that you're looking to identify. So that's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to identify a market pattern that could help you, do your trading, guys, do your transition and your processing and growing your account. All these are our confirmations. This doesn't guarantee that that the pattern will play out how you would like, or if it does create the pattern, now you're waiting for further confirmation if it's going to create a level of support, if it's going to create a level of resistance, so forth and so forth, guys. For my experienced traders, you already know what I'm talking about. If you're new, please tap into any source that you have, guys, that's going to help you understand this, whether it's YouTube videos, whether it's education at the library, whatever source that you use. Free information everywhere, right? Now, if we're going to use this pattern, the first thing we want to make sure we're in the right direction in the market. So what we have to start down is a top-down analysis, guys. Now, as we can see, since November of 2021, this is a daily time frame. Let me back out to the weekly just to kind of give a bigger overview. See how far we may have been on a downtrend. Okay, since correct. Since November of 2021, guys, we have been on a downtrend. That makes perfect sense to me, guys. Obviously, if we're looking at cryptocurrency, specifically Bitcoin, to hit these numbers that analysts and investors are projecting, obviously we have to have some type of return at a lower price range for investors to want to consider investing in it, right? So we've been on a downtrend, weekly time frame, daily time frame, you can see it. But if you look at the daily time frame, we have now reached a level of structure. We've reached now a level of support, guys. That's awesome, right? Now, you at least have a little bit of data to work with to say, okay, man, I'm at a level of support. So what are we looking for price to potentially do from here, guys? As we know, once we hit a support level, we should be looking for buys. Now, I don't want to go get too deep into support and resistance. I just want us to understand that as we have these zones, we now have more data to go off of to work with identifying this pattern, guys, right? Now, just break it down to a smaller time frame, whatever time frame the pattern seems to present itself a little bit easier for you guys, right? Now, if you look at right here, this is probably where I can actually get the idea of the pattern for people. But let me kind of go back and forth to make sure we're getting that clear picture of what we want to, show you guys today. All right, boom, boom, boom. Right here. So right here, guys, you see this down pattern right here. Now, a lot of people don't realize that this is a falling wedge, right? This is a falling wedge, guys. Now, you can say this is consolidation in a downtrend, whatever you want to say. But if you look up the pattern, guys, there's obviously definitions and conditions that need to be met for this pattern, right? Now, some of you have probably seen this type of pattern and confused it with many of the patterns that we already know, such as bullish flag, bearish flag. I see a lot of people mistake this for a flag pattern, right? And as it does almost the same thing as flag patterns, guys, it's not the same. You know what I'm saying? It's actually the reverse of what it's supposed to be for these flag patterns or pendants that you guys are following. Now, right, price broke down a little bit lower. In a perfect world, we would love for this to be the last point and price get bullish from there. Now, when you're looking at a falling wedge, the falling wedge is showing you that, hey, price is exhausting selling pressure, right? We're getting at a point where it's like, I no longer want to respect the selling move anymore. So as you see, price is consolidating right here, given pretty much unclear bias towards where the market wants to do, right? And it broke down. Most people would say, oh man, I just found the perfect break and retest on a bearish move. Now, unless you caught this move, guys, I no longer consider the sell valid. The reason being is because we hit a high level of support, a high levels of demand zone, guys, right? A high level of support that the market could potentially bounce off. Not to mention, we've been at this area at least 2 to 3 times. You see what I'm saying? At least 2 to 3 times. Now, what you're waiting for is confirmation. Are we going to get a continuation of a clearer level of support, guys? This is your initial move, right? This is your first move letting you know, okay, we may potentially pull up from here, but obviously we would love to have a little bit more data, right? Now, guys, this is your whole support structure right here. Now that price has given us an area where it wants to stop at, the only thing we need to wait for is pretty much a move like this. There's two options you can have. And again, the market isn't as perfect as we like it to be, guys. Unless this creates some type of pattern, which I can see the potential of an inverted head and shoulder, what we're probably going to wait for is price to dive back into here and then respect the support again, and then have your move from there. That kind of makes a little bit more sense when it just comes to market structure overall, right, guys? That definitely makes a little bit more sense, right? So two options would be this: from this point, price would just break above here. Now you have a directional bias, or it will create support, guys. Nothing too hard. Again, when you identify this, don't be the person that gets fooled. I used to be the person that gets fooled all the time and be like, because again, we try to, any illustration that we see, we try to paint it off as it's supposed to do that when it gets to a certain point. Understand that banks, investors, they know we learn this information, so they're going to drive the market either higher or lower to throw you off, because most people would say, oh man, I knew this thing was selling, right? They see that it retests up here, they get in for the sell, then the market starts climbing higher. But this is just an example of a falling wedge, guys. Again, don't be the person that gets fooled when price, starts consolidating down and you say, oh man, this is my level where I should buy it. Absolutely not. Wait, once you identify the pattern, confirm if the pattern is valid by some type of structure, guys. Either that's a level of support, level of resistance, level of demand, level of supply, whatever you want to use to make yourself happy, guys. But that's pretty much it. I will go over a rising wedge next week, which actually has the opposite effect, actually bringing the market down, guys. So with this being on a higher time frame, such as a 4-hour, you can kind of look for this pattern to play out a little bit longer than most other pairs, guys. Oh, that's way too high of a time frame. Yeah, you can look at this time. You can look at this potential pattern, guys, to play out a little bit higher, which obviously, if we're going to look at a level that we want to exit at, guys, I would probably want to exit here because there's just a lot of resistance. There's a lot of structure up here, which price could actually bounce off of this and then drive the market down. But as far as this pattern here, that is a very good move, guys. If we catch this, if this support structure is valid, that is a very good move. And again, this is cryptocurrency. So this is live information that you're seeing right here. This is not foreign exchange. So this is happening today on Sunday, May 8th at 12:49 Eastern time frame, guys. So if we get this move, if you guys see this in time, you obviously have now a live potential setup that you can take within the market, guys. So I hope you guys found value in this. Again, this is the falling wedge. This is the falling wedge pattern, guys. Look it up yourself and see what the conditions need for it to be met. I'm Antoine Boatwright. Please like, comment, subscribe, guys. Let me know if you have anything that you want to add in, or you want to see in the future, guys. So thank you so much, guys. And I'll see you guys later.